CAA football teams went 3-1 in the first round of the NCAA FCS playoffs on Saturday. Delaware, New Hampshire, and Richmond will join 5th-seeded William & Mary in the second round next week. Dylan Labe piled up 420 for all-purpose yards and scored 4 touchdowns as New Hampshire defeated Fordham 52-42. Labe rushed for 157 yards and 3 touchdowns, caught 4 passes for 127 yards and a touchdown, and added 140 yards on returns. UNH quarterback Max Brosmer also had a big afternoon, throwing for 348 yards and 3 touchdowns as the Wildcats piled up 664 yards of total offense. UNH never trailed in the contest as Brosmer threw touchdown passes of 87 yards to Labe, 7 yards to Sean Coyne, and 65 yards to Huron Morisseau in the first quarter to go up 21-7. Fordham pulled within 28-21 at halftime, but Morisseau broke loose for a 71-yard touchdown gallop on the first play of the third quarter. Labe's 12-yard scoring run late in the third period made it 42-28, and he put the game away with an 18-yard touchdown run with 4:10 remaining that gave the Wildcats a 52-35 advantage. The Wildcats advanced to the second round of the FCS playoffs for the first time since 2017 and will face 8th-seeded Holy Cross. Nolan Henderson passed for 266 yards, 4 touchdowns, and added another touchdown on the ground to lead Delaware over Northeast Conference champs St. Francis 56-17. Henderson set the tone early, finding the end zone on a 13-yard run and throwing a 30-yard strike to Chandler Harvin on UD's first 2 drives to take a 14-0 lead. He added touchdown passes of 10 yards to Thyrick Pitts and 7 yards to Harvin to make it 28-3 at the half, and then connected to Harvin again on a 58-yard touchdown pass early in the third quarter to put the Hens in control. Harvin finished with 4 receptions for 128 yards. The Blue Hens' nationally ranked defense was just as impressive, holding San Francisco to 258 total yards. All-American linebacker Johnny Buchanan led the charge with 15 tackles. Delaware moves on to face top-seeded South Dakota State in the second round.
And still loose. Do they get on it before the end line? Touchdown.
Richmond used a dominant performance on both sides of the ball to roll past Davidson 41-0. Quarterback Reese Udinsky was nearly flawless, completing 28 of 31 passes for 246 yards and 2 touchdowns to set an FCS playoff record for completion percentage. He threw second quarter scoring passes of 25 yards to Jacob Harris and 30 yards to Jerry Garcia Jr. as the Spiders built a 27-0 advantage at the half. Mylan Howard ran for a team-high 73 yards and 2 touchdowns in the second half, and Aaron Dykes added 70 yards on the ground, including a 12-yard scoring burst midway through the first quarter. The Spiders' defense limited Davidson to 226 total yards and recorded a shutout in the playoffs for the first time in program history. All-American linebacker Tristan Wheeler paced the Spiders with 8 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, and 3 quarterback hurries. The Spiders advanced to face second-seeded Sacramento State in the second round. Elon's season came to a close after a 31-6 setback at number 11 Furman. Senior kicker Skylar Davis provided all of the points for the Phoenix, connecting on field goals of 52 and 51 yards. He finished the year with 7 field goals of better than 51 yards, which tied the FCS record for most 50-plus yard field goals in a season. Elon jumped out to a quick 3-0 lead on its opening drive, converting a fake punt as part of an 11-play drive that set up a 52-yard Davis field goal, and a 51-yard Davis field goal brought Elon within 17-6 with 14:39 left in the game, but Furman tacked on 2 touchdowns in the final 5 minutes. Quarterback Matthew McKay was 20 of 40 passing for 238 yards and ran for team best 53 yards.